Hello, basketball people, we have news. Let's go to more news about the Golden State Warriors. I ask you to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as I am a Warriors fan. Trey Murphy 3 would change the Warriors' status from playoff team to championship favorite. Murphy's in the perfect sweet spot where the Warriors could get the best of both worlds, a player who can lift them into genuine championship contention, while also not forcing them to give up multiple rotation players. If Golden State do reach an agreement with Kuminga on a new contract, then a future framework would already be in place of swapping him for Murphy while giving up perhaps 3 future first-round picks in the process. Murphy isn't a superstar at this point of his career, but his combination of youth, shooting, scoring and athleticism would be such a great fit that it would likely take the Warriors into legitimate contention anyway. Can you imagine a lineup of Stephen Curry, Murphy, Jimmy Butler, Green and Al Horford? That's got the potential for incredible two-way production, while also allowing Golden State to have reasonable bench depth beyond that. Is there another player who would fit as well, who is this young, who has been in recent trade reports, and who wouldn't require the Warriors to find $30+ million in outgoing salary? This is what makes Murphy unique as a dream trade target, so much so that it might be too fanciful to develop into reality. The Warriors' recent interest in acquiring Trey Murphy 3 could be realized in a simple trade scenario featuring another key veteran in Kevin Love. The Golden State Warriors are in a rather troublesome situation at the moment. By virtue of their ongoing contract negotiations with Jonathan Kuminga this summer, the Warriors have been unable to make any significant additions to their roster. While reports have suggested that they have verbal agreements in place with key free agent targets, the concerns regarding the situation are justified, especially with training camp approaching. At the current juncture, there have been no breakthroughs in negotiations with Kuminga, aside from the Warriors' new offer. However, according to recent reports, the Dubs have shown some interest in New Orleans Pelicans forward Trey Murphy 3, who was a target for a few teams this summer. In an effort to kickstart the roster-building process, we take a look at a trade scenario that would allow the Warriors to not only land Murphy but also acquire a solid veteran big man in Kevin Love to fill out their frontcourt depth. Golden State Warriors receive Trey Murphy 3, Kevin Love. New Orleans Pelicans receive Jonathan Kuminga, 2027 first-round pick, GSW, 2032 first-round pick, GSW, 2029 second-round pick, UTA. Utah Jazz receive Moses Moody. The Utah Jazz play a critical role in this deal. While acting as facilitators to send one draft pick to the Pelicans, they also play a role in helping Golden State create cap flexibility by taking on Moses Moody's $11.5 million contract. Aside from this, both the Warriors and the Pelicans stand to gain a lot from this trade. Murphy and Love fill out Golden State's roster. For the Warriors, acquiring a capable and proven young forward, along with a veteran with championship experience, could be immensely valuable. Trey Murphy 3 showcased tremendous two-way potential last season. While implementing his long wingspan and agility, the 25-year-old forward established himself as a versatile wing defender. After earning a more significant role in the rotation last season, Murphy saw a significant increase in his production on both ends of the floor. In 53 games, he averaged 21.2 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 1.1 steals per game, while shooting 45.4% overall and 36.1% from three-point range. Murphy's development as an offensive threat could prove to be meaningful for the Warriors, especially considering their current rotation. When considering the fit issues with Kuminga, due to his playing style and his limited defensive contributions, Murphy appears to be an upgrade, even possessing superior perimeter shooting ability. The 25-year-old would slot in seamlessly next to the pair of Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler. With improved defensive integrity on the perimeter as well, the Warriors could see an immediate increase in roster strength. Along with Murphy, Golden State would also acquire Kevin Love from the Jazz. The former NBA champion has been rumored to be in buyout talks with Utah. Given his desire to play in a glamour market, a move to the Warriors may align with his preferences. At this stage in his career, Love may not be a significant contributor in the rotation. But given the Warriors' limited frontcourt depth, having an experienced big man with floor spacing abilities and high basketball IQ could be significant. Last season, Love appeared in only 23 games for the Miami Heat. He averaged 5.1 points and 4.3 rebounds, primarily acting as a perimeter threat, as he shot 35.8% from three-point range. Given that he may find himself in a similar role with the Warriors, barring his positive presence in the locker room, Golden State could view his addition favorably, especially in the long run, as they plan their title push. Why the Warriors should do this deal? The primary reason the Warriors need to do this deal is to initiate roster construction. Given the amount of time and effort they have invested in negotiations with Jonathan Kuminga, the Dubs have lost out on opportunities to sign key free agents, leaving their roster lacking in depth. At the current juncture, there may not be as much merit to retaining Kuminga as the franchise expects there to be, particularly because of the potential impact it will have on the locker room. By parting ways with Kuminga, along with Moody in this proposal, the Warriors create enough cap space to extend a meaningful offer to one of their free agent targets, increasing their opportunity to become stronger. With less than 10 days before the start of training camp and fewer than 2 weeks before the deadline to sign the qualifying offer for Kuminga, Golden State would be advised to make a move soon. Why Warriors-Kings trade involving Jonathan Kuminga didn't happen. Earlier this summer, a sign-and-trade deal was rumored to be a potential solution to the Golden State Warriors' ongoing contract stalemate with restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga. ESPN's Anthony Slater and Shams Charania confirmed on September 15 that the Warriors had explored that option but ultimately didn't go through with making any significant roster moves. The Warriors had shut down sign-and-trades, steadfast all offseason in declining frameworks of Royce O'Neal and second-round compensation from the Phoenix Suns and Malik Monk and a future first-round pick from the Sacramento Kings, sources said, Slater and Charania wrote. NBA insider Jake Fisher provided more clarification on the potential Warriors-Kings trade during an Insider Notebook livestream on Bleacher Report's app and YouTube page on September 17. Kings return package for Kuminga not to Warriors' liking, according to Fisher. The trade not going through came down to the Warriors believing that the Kings' return package did not equate to Kuminga's value, Fisher said. If the Warriors thought that Malik Monk and a first-round pick was net value for Jonathan Kuminga, then Kuminga would have already been a member of the Sacramento Kings, Fisher said. That was, at least, floated on the table all summer long, and the Warriors, to my understanding, from various people in the organization, did not view that deal as worthwhile for them to losing Jonathan Kuminga. I think they are looking at Kuminga as their one young, athletic, two-way, blue-chip prospect on their roster currently who could both help them now, add athleticism on the wing behind Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, but also as a key piece to going out and getting a major piece, like Trey Murphy, Fisher added. The pie-in-the-sky target is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't think the Warriors will have enough to get into that conversation. But, clearly, Malik Monk and a first-round pick is not what the Warriors have had in mind in exchange for Kuminga, neither are whatever expiring contracts and second-round picks the Suns have put on the table for him. With those options now off the table, the Warriors have revamped their efforts to re-sign Kuminga and keep him on the roster for the start of the 2025-26 campaign. The organization recently made a 3-year, $75.2 million offer, with a team option for the third season, to him, according to Slater and Charania. Kuminga, however, rejected the offer, citing his desire for there to be a player option for the third season instead. That's where the situation remains a little over a month before the regular season begins, though the Kings are still under the impression that Kuminga does, in fact, want to play for them, according to The Athletic's Sam Amick. Warriors forward expected to be a hot commodity at trade deadline. Jonathan Kuminga has spent the summer being locked in negotiations with the Golden State Warriors. The former draft pick is a restricted free agent. However, Kuminga has resisted all of the Warriors' recent contract offers. He is reportedly against signing a deal that includes a team option. Despite the standoff, Kuminga is expected to be with the Warriors next season, either via signing his qualifying offer or agreeing to terms on a new contract. Whatever happens with Kuminga, ClutchPoint's Brett Siegel is expecting him to become a hot commodity as we near the February 5 trade deadline. In recent years, instead of waiting until the offseason to do so, teams have taken the initiative to go all in at the trade deadline, Siegel wrote. We are expecting much of the same to happen before February during the 2025-26 season. Immediately, the trade market points in the direction of three key names: Andrew Wiggins, R.J. Barrett, and Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga has reportedly drawn interest from the Sacramento Kings, Chicago Bulls, and Phoenix Suns this summer. It wouldn't be a surprise if at least one of the trio explores the possibility of acquiring him via trade later in the season. Kuminga is miserable with Warriors. According to ESPN's Tim McMahon, Kuminga is absolutely miserable with the Warriors. Therefore, the veteran analyst expects the two sides to part ways sooner rather than later. You're making this about the money, McMahon said Tuesday on the Hoop Collective podcast. He's miserable. He is absolutely miserable, he continued. It is a bad situation. A breakup that needs to happen sooner than later, McMahon added. It is a terrible situation for him. He was getting DNP-CDS in the playoffs. The coach doesn't want him. The coach doesn't believe in him. And the coach has publicly said over and over that he does not fit with the core of this team. The Warriors drafted Kuminga with the 7th overall pick in 2021. However, despite his undoubted potential, he struggled to earn a consistent role within Steve Kerr's rotation. Kuminga could re-sign under right circumstances. According to ESPN's Anthony Slater, Kuminga would be willing to sign the Warriors' 3-year contract offer if they included a player option in the final year. Currently, the final year has a team option attached. I actually talked to Aaron Turner, Jonathan Kuminga's agent, this morning, and the messaging they're adopting this week is simple: turn the team option into a player option, and the deal is done, Slater said on NBA Today. The 3-year contract on the table is worth around $74 million, and if the third year becomes a player option, Kuminga will not only sign it but also fully buy into the team's mission. That mission, Turner says, is helping Stephen Curry and Draymond Green chase a 5th championship and giving Jimmy Butler a shot at his first. Download document. Kuminga clearly wants a level of control over his future. Giving him a player option would lead to an agreement between both sides. At least that way, the Warriors can continue driving a hard bargain during trade talks. Regardless of what happens between Kuminga and the Warriors, it certainly feels like their time together is limited. The bigger question is whether Golden State keeps him around for the entirety of the upcoming season or explores potential moves in February. Jonathan Kuminga trade twist sends NBA fans into frenzy as Warriors reportedly reject past offer. The NBA offseason is heating up, and fans are on the edge of their seats following reports that the Golden State Warriors have turned down a previous trade offer for Jonathan Kuminga. This development has sent ripples through social media, with fans expressing their thoughts and theories about the young forward's future. As the news broke, NBA enthusiasts flocked to various platforms to share their reactions. The fervor surrounding Kuminga has intensified, with opinions ranging from excitement to skepticism. Many fans are eager to see how the Warriors will navigate the murky waters of this offseason, especially considering Kuminga's potential as a rising star. The discourse surrounding the rejected trade offer reflects a larger narrative about player value and team strategy. Supporters of the Warriors argue that keeping Kuminga is vital for the franchise's long-term success, given his impressive athleticism and skill set. Conversely, some voices in the community suggest that moving him could pave the way for a more balanced roster. Kuminga's potential and future. Drafted 7th overall in 2021, Jonathan Kuminga has shown flashes of brilliance during his time with the Warriors. His ability to make impactful plays has not gone unnoticed, making the decision to reject the trade offer a topic of heated debate. Fans and analysts alike are curious about how the organization views Kuminga's role moving forward. With the trade deadline looming, speculation continues to swirl around Kuminga's situation. Will the Warriors double down on their investment in the young forward, or could they explore other avenues to enhance their roster? As discussions unfold, Kuminga remains a focal point in the conversations surrounding the Warriors' future. His development will be crucial for the team's aspirations as they strive to reclaim their status among the NBA's elite. In the meantime, fans will undoubtedly keep the conversation alive, eager to see what the next chapter holds for Jonathan Kuminga and the Golden State Warriors. As social media platforms buzz with theories and opinions, one thing is clear: the excitement surrounding Kuminga's future is far from over.